Hey everybody, it's Pulpit Blooper edition number 5, Pulpit Bloopers. I got some good and for you today. First, I got to ask you a question. I'm trying to figure out what you call people who get on YouTube. Let me get here and switch my screen over. Do you call them YouTubers? That's pretty good. How about YouTubians from YouTubia? Okay, baby. How about YouTubigans? Like hooligans, you know what I mean? What's that, YouTubigans? Or do you call them YouTubiologists? Like a doctor, you know, he's a cardiologist or a proctologist. How about YouTubiologist? Or how about YouTubators? Heck, I don't know what you call them. Y'all think about that. And while you're thinking about that, let me just give you some more. It's Billy Bob, by the way, back with you. I made me some notes tonight. I'm going to tell you some more pulpit bloopers. I got them written down here. And some of these pulpit bloopers is tremendous. When preachers preach, they need to avoid the word Peter. The word Peter is a dangerous word to a preacher. Because sometimes if he gets tongue-tied or he don't think about what he's saying, it sounds like he's saying something else. You know what I mean? And there is a man in the Bible, his name is Apostle Peter or Saint Peter. He was one of them 12 apostles in the New Testament. Now let me just give you 3 stories, 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, pulpit bloopers that I know about Peter the Apostle. The first one is, there's this preacher one time. He was preaching down in Florida, down in Jacksonville, and he was preaching before all his peers. They was all gathered there. There's a bunch of preachers there he's preaching to. And he got up there and he's going to talk about that Garden of Gethsemane where they arrested Jesus while he's up there praying. So he got up there in a big way and he said, preaching. Got to the big way and he got all excited. He said, and they came to arrest Jesus. And this, what happened in this story is Peter took out his sword and cut this boy's ear right plumb off. Alright, but that ain't what he said. And the man said, he took out his sword and cut off his Peter. I'm telling you the truth. You know what he meant. But that ain't what he said. Funniest part of that story is the man had just started preaching. And what he did was, he closed his Bible and turned around and walked off the stage and left the building. Embarrassed the heck out of him. Let me see. Oh, I got another one. There was this Free Will Baptist preacher. He's preaching one time about Peter, you know, and he, honest to God, I ain't lying to you, he said, you know, Peter was up one day and down the next. That sounds funny, don't it? Said he was in one day and down the next. Or, let me say that again, in one day and out the next. He said, you know, we all pull a Peter every now and then. Of course, you know, he was talking about the apostle. But, you know, things go up and down, in and out. Well, I better not talk about that. I'll get in trouble. One last one. I was this leader of a denomination in a certain area. Big, fancy man. They was having a woman's retreat. Everybody say woman's. They was having a woman's retreat, which means there was nothing but womans there. Big old room full of womans. And they was having a luncheon. And this old guy got up there and he's preaching. And he was preaching on he was preaching on Peter, making a big mistake. Preaching on Peter, and he got up there. He talked about how strong Peter was, and how bold Peter was, and how Peter was just this wonderful man of God. And he said, I'm going to tell y'all what we need in this room is more Peters. He's the only man in there. Of course, you know what it sounded like, but that ain't what he meant. He meant more people that would act like Peter, but it was just a room full of women. You figure it out. Well, it's Billy Bob on my number 5 edition of Pulpit Bloopers, and I hope you've enjoyed these. Leave me a comment there. Somebody rate one of these stinking things. Get me up there in the list, and I got I got some of the best bloopers coming. I started out with the little ones. I got some big ones coming up there, and y'all don't want to miss them. So y'all be good. Take it easy. This is Billy Bob the Redneck, signing off.